I hate us just being somebody on Vlad. You know, we just a guy on Vlad TV telling old stories. Like, I don't mind being a guy on Vlad TV telling old stories, but I want to have something relevant to feel like I'm still living in the day. Because other than that, I'm living in yesterday. Right. I don't want to do that. Especially as an artist, I don't want to do that as an artist. I don't want to be living in yesterday and have, oh yeah, I was dope, you ain't here talking all that jazz, you ain't here those that's I was dope. I don't care about that. If you heard it, you heard it. If you didn't, I'm gonna throw something new at you and you're gonna be blown away.
And that's important.
Yeah. So that's that, but that's the quest. The quest is to find the classic hip hop superfan, because then we could begin to start this road of making products for them and all of that kind of stuff and see what they like. Because, we're not really sure. We don't know where they shop. We really don't.
Right. Walmart.
You know what I'm saying? These young kids kind of know where their audience is shop and everything. We don't know where they shop. We don't know what they do. We don't know if they eat meat, vegan, whatever. Like, we don't know because they mostly in their crib until we do an old school show. And most of the time, most of us, I'll be brutally honest, are in and out of the show. I done did a few of those shows with Lady B in Philly. Most of the time, we in and out.
Yeah.
So y'all don't get no new information, or where
don't get no information.
So people can actually connect with y'all.
And none of us are using none of us are using technology the way we're supposed to.
Right. Yeah.
Because if we were, we would at least be collecting email addresses at the door.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When you have that major event come August the 28th, y'all should definitely have somebody out there getting emails.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to taking advantage of everything that we can. And I do the same thing all the time. You know what I mean? I do the same thing all the time with everything that I do.
I think it's smart as well to connect with some of those the newer generation artists that's coming up. You know what I mean? And throw them on one of your shows. That way you can catch their audience and you can understand where those younger kids, are what they're listening to and what they like.
It's music in the background. Yeah, I think the point is my audience, our audience, it's not just my audience. Our audience needs to be re-educated.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's definitely a degree of re-education that has to happen, because right now the way they think right now is very, like I always say, hip hop is such an interesting concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't even see it the right way. You know how people see hip hop, which is crazy. People say, man, if Drake is rich, then Melly Mel should be uber rich. That don't even make sense, but that's how people think.
Yeah.
Well, the time frame was different. It only leads to this right here. How did you maintain within a 40 year? This is your 40th year anniversary. Right. How did you maintain? This is your only profession that you had within them 40 years, right? Which is music.
Right.
How did you keep your head above water, your lifestyle, your day-to-day living, and be successful?
Well, I mean, it's a bunch of ways. Like, a lot of us get royalties.
Recording stopped.
A little investment in a technology company that I got. I did, and I still do. But I took a nice little turn into technology where I got a lot of I did a lot of things in tech. I'm still doing a lot of things in tech. But I think musically, the way you do it is you just you have to be aware of what's happening. So you don't have to like Young Thug, but you damn sure got to listen to his music and see what's happening. You don't have to like Future. You don't have to like Drake. You don't have to like Griselda. You don't have to like nobody, but you definitely got to listen to them. And I think that for us, the biggest challenge, and I hate saying this, but it's super duper true, The biggest challenge for all of us is to not be haters.
To not be haters, to accept the new movement, the new wave that's taking place.
I was just talking to Flash about that the other day. You know, the whole issue is to just not be haters, right? Like, you don't have to like them, but you got to try to figure it out. And then once you do that, then you figure out where you're supposed to be. You know, the whole issue is listening to everybody, absorbing everybody, observing everybody to know where you can be, to know where you can have a place. You know, but if you're not looking at it, if you're not understanding that Gunna just didn't drop out of the sky. He got like 9 mixtapes that he did before anybody publicly knew who he was. You know, but if you don't know that, then you'll look at it like, oh, now they got a new guy named Gunna. It's not new. T Grizzly's not new. There's so many people that's not new because all of these kids, Deontay Hitchcock, not new. All of these kids grind before they get to where they get. They get their views up on their own. They work on it. They do things. And yes, they got a different audience, so you may not even like it. But if you go to a Plies concert, you see everybody saying the lyrics, and you're like, damn, where did this guy come from? You got to be wise enough, if you in hip-hop, to know that. Because like I say, if Plies is not my son, then whose son is? Because he's not Bob Marley's son. He's not Kenny Chesney's son or Drake or Blake Shelton's son. You understand? He's not the son of Bruce Springsteen. They all come from us. You know, people argue all the time. I had these arguments with my friends. Oh, what they doing nowadays? They shouldn't even call it hip hop. They should call it something else. I disagree.
Wow.
I disagree. You know what I'm saying? Is it different? Yes, it's different. And if we need to teach them better, then we just need to teach them better. The problem is the absence of us. Because if you walk up to, let's say, NLE Chopper and say, who's Stetasonic, and he don't know, that's my fault. That ain't Chopper's fault.
Facts.
Because we're supposed to make ourselves known. Because if you ask anybody in basketball who Wilt Chamberlain is, they know.
They know, off the hand.
And if you ask anybody in boxing who Ali is, they know. So ain't no reason that these kids shouldn't know who we are, but we are so absent. I mean, super duper absent. That's like, of course they don't know who we are. We people that in our mind, we occupied a small space in a few years called the Golden Age, and now we're done, besides for sure.
Well, thank you for delivering the good music and the education for the people, because we definitely need it in the state of music, hip-hop, life, COVID-19, COVID-22.
Right.
It's just so much stuff taking place. We need something that's positive, something with a message.
I thank you, brother, man. I thank you for having me, man. You know, like I say, man, it's guys like yourself that allow me to keep going. And, you know, shoot, when I was just listening to you this morning and you was playing the records back to back, I automatically just pulled out my pen and started writing.
Wow.
You know it's because, you know, that's what used to happen back in the day. Back in the day, Red Alert would be playing our records. Like, so this is why guys like you become important, because, you know, I say this all the time. I'll say this before I go. It's not the artists or the record companies that failed anybody. It's black radio that failed us. Let's be honest. Record companies are doing what they do because they record companies. So if you could buy something for $3 and sell it for $9, you would too.
That's right.
The artists, you can't blame the artists, because artists are just following what artists follow, doing what artists do. But black radio is the ones who Tony Braxton puts out an album last year produced by Babyface, and they don't play it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So what happens with us is when there's cats like you and your radio show, and we get the chance to hear, like today, I just Bluetoothed it. My wife, my kids, all of them was hearing.
Wow.
Know what I mean? And it was like,
you.
Even some of the joints, you know, I was a little, you know, they like it was almost like they was hearing it for the first time.
Wow.
You know what I'm trying to say? So, it's cats like you that keep us going, because before, when you could hear Chuck Chill Out or Red Alert play your music, then now you feel inspired. Go Stetson's on the radio, you're like, man, let me write this next hot joint. Back then, the difference between back then and now is, back then you didn't know when you was going to get back in the studio.
That's right. Now it's so open.
I could record this joint. I'm writing it in the car. I could record this joint as soon as I get home.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. So those are the kind of, those are the kind of things that keep me going. And I just encourage my peers to do what I'm doing, because if they do what I'm doing, then they would get the same feeling. People say, man, you sound hungry. I say, yeah, I am hungry, but I'm hungry because, I put the first step forward. Where some people, like for instance, I talked to one of my cats from my day and time. Not gonna mention no names. I talked to him and I said, man, we need to make new joints. He said, yeah, but Daddy, when we make new joints, they don't even play them. They don't even hear them. See, them, they like, if they make new joints and nobody plays it, they don't make nothing else. Me, I'm like, if I make new joints and nobody plays it, I'm making the next thing.
That's right. You're going to keep making until you catch something that's ear-catching.
Because you got to figure it out. And we all had to figure it out back in the day, too. So, that's what it is. But yeah, man, it's been great, brother. I appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you. Al su casa, yo su casa. Don't hesitate to drop by anytime. Ring the phone. Let's make it happen, man. You are history, and we thank you for all your hard work and dedication, all the groups you helped in the past, all the artists that you're helping now. Thank you for this marvelous album. Thank you for myself, for hip-hop, for music listeners everywhere.
Recording in progress.
For all your hard work, man. Just thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, no doubt. And hopefully I get to see you guys on the 28th.
You already know, because it's going down.
Yep. So I'll see you guys on the 28th.
All right, sure thing, man.
Can we get a shout out? Livewires Radio Show, Rain Jackson, DJ Livewires. Can we get a shout out?
Oh, yeah. Say it again. Tell me what I need to say.
I'm Rain Jackson. This is
Livewire. Do you say Livewire Video or Livewire TV
Radio
or
Show?
Livewire Radio Show.
Rain Jackson and DJ Livewires.
Okay. Peace. This is Daddy O from the legendary hip-hop band Stetasonics, and you're listening to the Livewire Radio Show with Rain Jackson and DJ Livewire.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Thank you, Daddy O.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, Professor.
Y'all come back.
All right.
Yeah. We're about to get it in. Some more of that Daddy O officialness. It's Saturday and it's hype. We got to pay some bills, but you ain't got to go nowhere. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Let's get it.